What is up, MBF Fitsters? So, couple of things. I just want to show you how to find your workouts and also explain some of the things that you get in your packet now that you've signed up for MBF, because you will now get access to 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix, our two nutritional systems. So I'm just going to sort of show you where they are and give you a brief overview of both of them so that you can if you want to do a deep dive, you've got a little bit of a heads up as what each one involves. So first of all, you'll see that this says have a great workout. Ella, that's my daughter. I have a controlled account underneath my principal account. It's just a coach tweak. It's one of the ways we maximize our resources within the Beachbody platform. So I bought the MBF accessories bundle on my daughter's account, which is why you're going to see a mix of her and my name in the bod group where you show up. But essentially, it's me. Ella actually doesn't work the business. It's just one way I actually run my business. So first and foremost, if you have already been streaming the workouts, you're going to be familiar with the workouts library. If you're brand new to the workouts, and excuse me doing a video for all the options, but otherwise it could get really long and complicated. I just want to get this out so you've got access to it. So if you're brand new to Beachbody On Demand, you'll have already logged in to get into here, but then all the fitness programs you will find here. If you go into programs, and then you can either sort by categories there on the right hand side, or you can have a scroll through, and when it loads up finally, you'll be able to see, it categorizes them here. And you go through A to Z, weight loss, strength, muscle, lean and sculpted, cardio. Because also remember that although you get access to MBF, you've also got access to all of these. So in the really strange instance that MBF doesn't tick your boxes, we've got so many other workouts. So make sure that you do explore it. And it might be that if you're feeling a bit sore, if you're new to workouts or you haven't worked out for a little while, you might want to substitute one of the MBF workouts with possibly a workout from the 3-week yoga retreat, and do something a bit more low impact. So there is a recovery workout scheduled into MBF every week. It's an awesome stretch workout. I highly recommend that you do it. People tend to miss the stretch workouts. I have no idea why. They are awesome. It's only short. I think it's about 20 minutes if I can remember correctly. So definitely do that. So right, I'm just going to get you into MBF first and foremost. So recently watched, it's also new and featured. So we're not going to be doing this one yet, although you will get access into MBFA. Unless, of course, you decide you've tried MBF and you think, oh, that's pants easy, I want to do MBFA, in which case go for it. You will have access to that in early August. It's not actually been released just yet, but it will be released in the next few days. But this is what we're going to be focusing on first and foremost. I just think it's a brilliant program. So if you click that, it actually takes you into the program. It takes a couple of seconds to load up. And you'll see it says, you've got your start here, and it just gives you a program overview of what you might need. You guys, if you haven't got your bod ropes yet, don't stress about it. I know there is a back order on for bod ropes. I used my resistance loops, which are just short rubber bands from 8-Day Obsession. If you haven't got those, don't sweat. You might, if you've got a skipping rope, you can use that, or you can just literally pretend you've got a rope in your hands and just skip that way. So it's not the be all and end all. They are quite groovy, but again, don't let it bother you if you've not got access to it. So these are some of the materials that I recommend you have a quick read through. The Beachbody Guide to Nutrition. Now that is our standard guide to nutrition. It doesn't go into nutrition in the same way as the 2 deep dive courses that you now have access to. It's a pretty good guide. For most people, it's absolutely sufficient, but most of us struggle with nutrition to some degree, and although that will be helpful, and if you haven't got much time, just read that and get started with that. I would certainly suggest you explore one or both of the nutritional systems, which I'm going to explain a bit more about in a few minutes. This is your dumbbell tracker sheet, because you want to be able to keep track of the weights that you're using, the reps that you're doing. In here, it's got your EMOP every minute, EMOMs, every minute on the minute. So you can track those, and your oh crikey, there's another one, EPAPs. I can't remember what it's called. Sorry, it's been a very hot day. Anyway, there's another funny acronym, but you can track all those in there. You can get your workouts here. So you click the workouts tab, and that will take you to, so that's the sample workout that you've probably already done already. Have a quick look through these. I would encourage you to meet Megan. She's a really sweet lady. She's going to chat to you about the introduction to nutrition in there, and she just goes over some form basics, and I would highly recommend you take a look at those, particularly if you're newer to workouts. It's more important, always remember this, throughout your workout, it's much more important that you maintain form than you lift heavy or do more reps. If you feel that your form is going, you need to either lower the weight, reduce the weight that you're holding, or take a breather, or just slow it down a bit. Form is absolutely key. And then here's week 1. So it'll take you, this is what we'll be starting with on Monday. I'm also going to be starting back on week 1 again, so we can all do it together. And don't, you know, if life happens and you miss a workout for whatever reason, don't stress about it. You know, just pick it up again wherever you're at, but try and stay consistent with it. Again, if you're new to fitness, it might be a bit more difficult to get into that habit of doing it every single day. I find that the programs where they have something, you know, scheduled every day of the week, it's easier to stay on track. When you have like a 5-day-a-week workout program, you get to the weekend and there's no workouts, and weekends are most people's stumbling blocks as far as nutrition goes, and it's much harder to get back into it on the Monday. So this is 7 days a week, although day 7 is a rest and recovery day. It's a sort of dynamic stretch day, but make sure you do them. Power Ignite's only 25 minutes on day 6. But they are awesome workouts, so I highly recommend you know, go all in. It's 3 weeks. And if you want to do MBFA afterwards for a further 3 weeks, of course you can. You might decide to scoot around and do this again. You know, it's entirely up to you, but do commit to it. See it as 1 week at a time, or even 1 day at a time. And then showing you the program materials. So the getting started guide, the workout calendar, so at least you can tick it off so you can see what you're up to, and you can, you know, record your results on the days of the AMRAP. So that's as many reps as possible. That was the other acronym I couldn't remember. And then you've got, here is your nutrition. So if you click that, that takes you to the Beachbody Guide to Nutrition. Now you also have access to the nutritional deep dives. So if you go back to, I'm trying to remember where it is, go back to programs, and it'll take us there in a minute. Come on, it's a bit slow and sluggish. If you go down here, the nutrition center, okay, so you will get, now on my other account, so on my account, I've got access to Ultimate Portion Fix and access to 2B Mindset, because Ella, I just bought the accessories bundle for MBF because I've already got these. I didn't need to buy them again, although I wish I'd just bought MBF because I'd just saved myself a whole lot of money. So I'm actually just going to quickly log out of this one and go into my account so I can show you MBF and Ultimate Portion Fix. Also, remember to take your before and after photographs. They are so key. You're not going to want to take them, none of us do, but just take them, because I promise you, when you get your results, you're gonna want to have a comparison. So you don't have to send them to me. You can keep them private, but you're going to want to see them for yourself. And I bet that sometime in the future you're going to feel happy enough to share them and show us how they compare. But definitely make sure you take your measurements, take your weight, although that's not quite so important, because you know, if you've got some weight to lose, you might be replacing that with muscle tissue. But you're definitely going to want to take your before and after photos. Take them from the front, the back and the sides, and also take your measurements. Front, back and sides. Try and keep your arms up at shoulder level so that we've got a good, you've got a good look, you know, good view of your belly and your bum and your shoulder definition, etc., etc. That you are going to notice big differences. So Right now I'm into my accounts. I'm just going to pop to programs and get into the nutritional programs for you. Come on. And for this, now I use, in the UK, our weights are kilograms. In the US, they are pounds. In Canada, I think they're pounds. So the weights that I use, I get this asked a lot. The weights that I use are 2 kilograms as my very lightweight. And then I've got 2 medium weights of 4 and 6 kilograms. And then my heavier weights are 8 kilograms either side. You know, these are dumbbells. And then I've got a kettlebell, which is 16 kilograms. I can't remember off the top of my head what those convert to. In fact, let me just have a quick look. Because here you go, if we do kg to pounds. But the most important thing to remember is by the end of each rep, by the end of each exercise, you want to be on the last 2 or 3 reps really struggling to do it. That means you've got the right weight. If you can find it easy, you need to go up a weight. If you're really struggling after like your 4th or 5th rep, you need to go down a weight. Listen to your body. That's the most important. Don't get stuck with the comparison game. But people do ask me, so I'm just going to sort of go over it quickly. So 2 kilograms is 4.5 pounds. 4 kilograms is 8.8 pounds. 6 kilograms, 13 pounds, and my 8 kilogram dumbbells are 17.5 pounds. And then my kettlebell is 35 pounds. So just to give you an idea of the sort of the weight equivalents, if you're trying to, you know, get the same sort of dumbbell weights as I've got. Right, I'm just going to go back to here. So here's the nutrition center. You get access to 2B Mindset and also the Ultimate Portion Fix. Now, I'm just going to click in. I'm not going to go over these in great detail. I suggest you have a quick look at them yourselves and decide which method suits you best. 2B Mindset is very intuitive. It's very much about looking at your plate. She gives you a really good guide of what sort of portions of which macronutrients you should be eating at each meal. And she has some really awesome easy tips. So like instead of eating rice, have cauliflower rice. So you literally whiz up some raw cauliflower, and it almost looks like couscous or bulgur wheat, and using that instead of rice. And, you know, for instance, whenever I have a curry, I don't have rice with it. I actually have iceberg lettuce and cottage cheese. And it's such a lovely combination of flavors because you've got the crunchy lettuce. Iceberg's really refreshing. The cottage cheese just gives it a little bit of creaminess and also extra protein. And then you've got your curry too with all the wonderful spices. But she's great at really focusing on your water intake, eating vegetables way more than we do. And she just has some really easy hacks. Now, herself, if you make sure I can't remember which of these, Metilana, you want to watch that one. I mean, she's so inspiring. She lost over 100 pounds herself. She was a really overweight girl, and she's now a registered dietitian and nutritionist. She's absolutely fantastic. So, you know, explore this if you are more of an intuitive eater and you don't want to be measuring out your food in containers. She does require, in the first sort of 30 days, and I really bulked at this to begin with, she says get on the scale every day. And it took me a long time to get my head around this because, first of all, I didn't want to get on the scale. And secondly, I have very close contact with somebody who has a really bad eating disorder. So I've got really negative connotations of the scale. However, because she tracks with this program, you track every day for the first few days, for the first 30 days or so, you track what you're eating and drinking every single day. And then every morning you're hopping onto the scale. Well, it really helps you learn what works for your body and what doesn't. So I found that when I eat like courgettes, spiralized courgettes or zucchini, I lose weight. I just dump weight. And it's just a really helpful tool to understand what works for you and what doesn't work for you. So I highly recommend you explore it. Apart from the fact she's an absolute delight to listen to and watch, I think nutrition, the 2B Mindset is absolutely fantastic. And then I just want to go into, I'm just going to press the back button. I want to take you into UPF. Ultimate portion fix. Where have I gone? I don't know if I can take. Can I get it to go back? I'm not sure. I'll just go in here. Ultimate portion fix is that's with autumn calories. Again, I use ultimate portion fix loads myself. Sorry, my silly thing doesn't want to change. Here we go. I use ultimate portion fix a lot. I use timed nutrition most of the time. When I go teetotal, and when I really want to hone in my diet, so build lean muscle and get super slim, I follow the ultimate portion fix. And like I say, I followed the timed nutrition approach. Now, when I first heard about time nutrition, I thought, oh my goodness, it's just going to be so complicated and so arduous. And, I'm a real freedom lover, so I thought I'd really struggle with this. And when I first saw the containers, I just thought, you've got to be kidding. There's no food in those things. I'm going to starve. Actually, you eat several of the containers on a daily basis at several meal times. So you're not going to starve. You eat way more than you think you're ever going to eat on this. But it's built specific, or it's created specifically for lean muscle creation, emotional eating. She goes into how to overcome cravings. It's brilliant. You have to go through these videos. What I would really recommend, because you've got access to all of these, when you're cleaning, when you're washing up, just work your way through both of these nutritional systems. Just stick the videos on, listen to them, work out which one resonates with you the most, and then, maybe sit and watch the videos and download the resources. But like I say, I follow time nutrition. It tells me exactly what containers I should be eating at what meal of the day. It's just so easy. I mean, there's no trying to guess what I should put with what. It's fantastic. So she goes into sugar cravings in a lot of detail. They both cover emotional eating. Autumn goes through the supermarket with her son. And so you'll learn a lot about how to understand food labels on the backs of food, because again, before I watched this, I was just like, oh God, I can't be bothered. I've got to put my reading glasses on for a start. And I actually don't understand what the ratios of carbs and sugar should be, carbs and fiber should be, and what of the carbs, a certain percentage of those are sugar. So what should I be looking out for? I didn't know that. But by watching this, I'm able, I now understand the ratios that I should be looking for that are healthy. So it works. They both work incredibly well. I hit my lowest ever weight on 2B Mindset, eating loads and also drinking 2 glasses of wine a night. I hit my leanest, meanest sort of physical workout body with this one. So, you'll find which one resonates with you best. You might be like me and you fall in love with them both. So I do recommend, please listen to these, because nutrition is such a large part of this. Now I'm going to move into the bod groups, which is the bit that I'm a little bit most nervous about, because this is a new platform that Beachbody's put together and I'm learning it myself. So please forgive me if it's a bit glitchy at times. There are still a few bugs in the system, but this is the group that you will have the invite for. So MBF Fitsters prep group. It will be merging into our full on, get lean, clean and mean group as well. So you just literally click that. I will have sent you an invitation with a little bit of luck by the time you watch this video. I may not have done. Don't panic if I haven't, because obviously you might get the welcome email before I've had chance to add you to the group. And my Facebook page for some reason is playing up at the moment, and so I'm not able to get into some of my groups to get to actually send you messages and things like that. So essentially, once you've accepted your invite, you come into this group. Now I'm trying to work out how the heck this happens. That's my quarantine belly I'm trying to get rid of. It's just wine and nuts. It really is. If I stop drinking wine, I'll be fine. There's Naomi. She's sharing her stuff already. Again, see, it's my daughter's name, but actually these are posts that I've put together. Naomi again. So the great thing with this is you can log your workouts. Now I'm just trying to see how you how you can track your stuff in here, because I know when you go into this, I've actually got it on my telephone, on my mobile. That sounds so old-fashioned, doesn't it? On my telephone. There's on the app, there is, in fact, let me just get my phone so I can tell you, because I can't see it in here for some reason. And I'm assuming you're going to have this on your phone. So when you go into the MBF Fitsters prep group, you will see on the bottom line of your screen, you've got there's the home, there's the play button, then there's groups in the middle. And then to the right of groups, you've got like a square with a pen on it. And when you click that, that says tracking, and that allows you to track your water that you've had every day. It allows you to track your containers. It allows you to track your Shakeology, and you can log your Shakeology. It allows you to track your other nutritionals if you've taken those on that day. If you've got Energize and Recover, for instance, it allows you to track your workout and add and also you can add your current weight, your measurements, any notes and progress photos. So I'm sorry, I'm not able, I don't know why I can't show this to you in here. This is probably one of the bugs that is ongoing with this group. I'm just having a quick look here. I don't think I can actually do an awful lot there for you. So when you download the app, it'll automatically, I think it will automatically download when you accept the invitation to join. You will see the tracking option. So please use that tracking option, because it'll mean that I can keep a track of who's doing what. And we are also going to have prizes for people that stay on top of their Shakeology and their workouts. I know some of you have got Shakeology and the performance line. Some of you have just got Shakeology. That's absolutely fine. But for those who are posting daily and sharing their pictures, sharing their shake, what maybe a recipe, I'm going to be working out a system so we can collect points. And I'm going to have a prize draw at the end of our 3-week group together before we launch into MBFA. So just to sort of keep you guys on your toes and make sure that you stay accountable, because it's always a bit more fun. Now, Naomi looks like she's just added something. I don't know what she's just added. I put these in a couple of minutes ago, so I can see. I didn't take a picture of my Shakeology today because it looked pretty revolting, but it actually was really, really tasty. So yeah, I mean, this explains it all. Like I say, it is a bit of a process because I'm learning the ropes as we go along, but all you need to do is show up, do your workouts, keep yourself accountable in this group. If for whatever reason this group just seems to be really glitchy and hard for us to manage, we'll transfer it back to our own MBF Facebook group. But let's be positive and let's give this a try. So with that, my friends, I am super excited for you. I really and truly, I am so passionate about this MBF program. I think it's bloody awesome. The results that have come out of the test group have been fantastic. I'm just really excited for it. It's one of those workouts where, yes, of course it will challenge you, but it also gets you really good results without you really knowing that you've been challenged. There will be some exercises where you think, flipping heck, I'm pleased that's finished. But there'll be a lot where you feel really in control with it. It's absolutely brilliant. I can't talk more highly of it. I'm most of if I'd started a program before and then had to go back to day one, it'd be like, oh, I've got to go back to day one again. It's like, no, I'm really looking forward to going back to day one because it gives me a chance to go through it again. I honestly and truly, I just think it's absolutely fantastic. So hope that helps. If you've got any questions, of course, let me know. If you've got any problems getting onto these bod group or onto the bod group, again, please let me know, and I'll try and work my magic and unravel any problems that might occur. But fingers crossed it'll all work well. And like I say, if it turns out into a complete heap of mess, we'll just move it back onto a Facebook group and start up there. So thanks for your time. I know it's gone on a bit, but I just wanted to explain where your various program materials are. And I really do encourage you, watch the videos of 2B Mindset and Ultimate Portion Fix. They will not disappoint. You're going to learn a ton of stuff and you're going to come away from them feeling like you've got this nailed. And I have to say, nutrition is probably the hardest part that most people struggle with. The workouts, you just press play and you do it. Nutrition it takes a bit of time to think what you want to do. So please, 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 you are going to get the best results if you focus on your nutrition. Okay, friends, I will end it here and have a great rest of your day.